Welcome to Female Founder Fridays, and today we are talking to Alison Stroh, who is the CEO and co-founder of Dr. Coys. So Alison, very welcome to be here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Niamh. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and tell us about Dr. Coys.
So yeah, I founded Dr. Coys in 2014, which seems almost like a lifetime ago. I had moved back to Ireland and was on parental leave from Hewlett-Packard, but I had met Dr. Coy or heard him speak at a conference in Germany and was just truly inspired by his work in the area of cancer research. And he had discovered these rare low glycemic sugars that could be used in food. So when weighing up, would I go back and work with my great career or the career that I had in Hewlett-Packard, or set something up by myself? I think it was just the passion about what he had discovered. So I went and approached him to take this, I suppose, discovery out of the healthcare industry and bring it into the more mainstream food market. And that's when I suppose I founded Dr. Coys, and we've been working together ever since.
That's such a cool story. First of all, Dr. Coys is a person.
Yeah.
Second of all, you met him at a conference.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realise Dr. Coy, something we really need to shout out about. There's research behind this, there's innovation. Our nutritional chocolate has been patented on a worldwide basis. That is truly unique in the food industry, because for a food to be patented, it has to be truly unique, novel and innovative, something that no one has thought of before. So it's not just like deciding to put aubergine on a pizza, it has to be truly unique. Yeah. So I think he was able to prove that these rare sugars don't spike your blood sugar levels, you're not producing insulin, which means you're less likely to store them as fat on the liver. And for me, with diabetes and obesity, truly almost at crisis stages, even here in Ireland, that's what I'm passionate about, is offering nutritional and benefits to the chocolate that we're providing.
Yeah, fantastic. I love your chocolate because it's kind of my guilt-free treat, right?
Yeah,
and I have your sugar,
the stevia,
and I have other stuff of yours as well. Bars,
oil.
I love the bars.
Yeah, so
the coconut oil.
Yeah, so our flagship range is the chocolate. We've complemented that with a free-from cooking range, which I suppose is based on Dr. Coy's. It's all based on his research, using good fats, cutting out sugar out of the diet. And for example, we have an organic vegetable bouillon, so it's just 18 different herbs and vegetables, and there's no yeast or starch or hydrolyzed vegetable protein or any of those hidden nasties. So it's a really good, clean product. So that's our offering.
And like you say, it is hard to get kind of the innovation stamp when you're doing food. But that's one of the reasons why I love Dr. Coys, apart from you as a female founder. You know, that what you're doing is truly innovative and truly unique out there.
Yeah, it really is. And I think, as I said, it's the rare sugars that we've used, which currently are incredibly expensive. They've rarely been used like this before in the food industry. And we've also added in, for example, a concentrated plant form of vitamin E into the chocolate bars. So again, that stems back to Dr. Coy's research of how this tocotrienol is really beneficial for the cells and helps repair cells, particularly for people with cancer, even though that's not our area. But I wanted to bring this beneficial vitamin E as an antioxidant into the chocolate.
And because it's such a, cancer we thought that cancer would be, solved years ago, right? We keep thinking, well, it's just 5 years away from a cure for this or a cure for that type of cancer. It's just such a big deal. We need to learn to eat differently.
Yeah, and as I said before, there's a lot of illnesses at the moment that are directly related to nutrition. So, I think there's a number of reasons why somebody might unfortunately get cancer, but just looking at the overweight and the obesity problem, I think a lot of that can and now has been scientifically pinpointed to the consumption of sugar. And that's something that I'm driving home or really am passionate about.
Yeah, fabulous. And it's an Irish company based here. So you came back. Were you coming back to Ireland from Germany? You lived in the States,
correct?
Right, and then you lived. Tell us that kind of journey home.
Yeah, sure. So I'd lived in the States for 3 years. I was there during September 11th. So that unfortunately changed my circumstances. I had always planned to stay there for longer. But after that happened, I decided to move home. I had only a brief pit stop in Ireland, and then I found a job in Germany and was there then for 8 years, where I met my husband So I had been working with Hewlett Packard, and I had my first child in Germany, so I was on parental leave. My husband is a physio. He always wanted to set up his own practice. So I suppose we came to a point in our lives, we were looking to settle down. And I suppose initially it was his business, and where would we set that up? So I suppose I helped him set that up in Ireland for the first year of being home. And that gave me a lot of time to think and really research the market here as well. And I think always at the back of my mind had been Dr. Coy and this great product or his great research. So after Hagen's business was established and I was still on parental leave, I decided to start researching the market here and seeing would there be demand for it. And that's, I suppose, when things started.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So now you have 2 young kids.
2 kids, that's right. Yeah.
You're a female founder, you're building the business, scaling it, fundraising, all of that.
Yeah.
And tell us, where is your husband right now?
Right now,
you're not sure where he is right now.
It changes. Yeah, right now he's in Chicago. Yeah, he's been there for a couple of days. So he's on tour with an Irish band. He's on tour with them till November.
Can we say who the Irish band is?
It's a big Irish band. Yeah,
a very big Irish
band. Very big
band.
one with few letters. Yeah. So he's been with them pretty much since we moved back to Ireland. So.
So you're kind of single parenting as well.
Yeah, and honestly, I have such respect for single parents, single moms, single working moms. Unbelievable. Yeah, so pretty much about 9 months out of the year, he's away for, I suppose, maybe 3 or 4 months at a time, and he'll be back for a couple of days. He'll be back soon for 5 days. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is tough. And I suppose I had just set up the business and then I realised, I was kind of used to it. He worked in the football industry, so he had been away a lot.
Okay.
But this is on a different scale. I kind of had to find my own new routine. And it is finding that work-life balance. It is so critical. And you sometimes get the guilt. You are juggling everything. You're trying to be, not necessarily the mom and the dad, but you're definitely trying to be there for the kids. Mm-hmm. And do everything, and yet get your business, on that accelerated growth path.
Yeah.
So it's
well,
busy.
You've obviously been successful. I mean, I see Dr. Coys everywhere. I mean, what is it like to be? I mean, you've got the backdrop of being a mom with young kids and doing a lot of that work at home. But what is it like to be a female founder in Ireland building a business like yours?
Yeah, I think, sometimes I think back, a good friend of mine in Germany had set up her own business, so I know what she went through. As a female founder in Ireland, I think there's an awful lot of supports there. I think for any business setting up in Ireland, I think there's a lot of supports, whether it's in the tech industry, digital, or even food is great. So, I'm very much involved in the whole food network in Ireland. So I think it's great generally. I suppose being a female founder, there's specific supports like the Competitive Start Fund from Enterprise Ireland, which really looks at female founders. I'm currently on the Going for Growth programme.
Oh, fabulous.
Which is amazing, sponsored by KPMG and Enterprise Ireland. So I'm on that with a group of 8 phenomenal women, maybe 9, 8 or 9, and Marissa Carter is our lead entrepreneur on that. And I just find the opportunity to network with fantastic women like that from different industries, not necessarily food, but different industries. I think women are more likely to share their experiences, help each other, assist each other, let them know their problems in that, I won't call it a safe environment, but it's a very friendly environment. And I think women are just, I could be wrong, but more likely to help other women out. And I find that fascinating. I think Marissa Carter, for me, is a true inspiration.
What's her business?
So, yeah, Marissa Carter founded Cocoa Brown, I think only about 4 or 5 years ago. She's a mom with 2 young children. I think she sells a bottle of her self-tanning product. I think one is sold every 3 minutes worldwide. So
she's based here in Dublin too, obviously.
She's based, in Ireland. It's I think in Sweden or Norway, it's the #1 self-tan product. Mm-hmm. She's also just launched a full makeup range in the last couple of weeks. And I think when you see, even if you look at her followers and how they feel, she's given them products that they have been crying out for. So I do think she's a marketing guru in that sense. Mm-hmm. But also she does a lot to give back. She's also constantly promoting other female founders.
Yeah.
And just her drive and passion to succeed in business is very inspiring.
That's great. So from living in the States to living in Germany to coming home and setting up the business and now scaling, I mean, you sound like you're thinking that like this was the best place to do this.
Yeah, I mean, Ireland is a small market, right? And it's something I talked to Dr. Coy about. Ireland and the UK are huge. We have a high consumption rate of chocolate to start with. I think we're one of the highest in the world. So what a better place to start than Ireland. It's also a good test market. So for me, it was to test the concept, to test the packaging, the brand in Ireland. As I mentioned, like Ireland is great for word of mouth, great for networking. So it's great to, make mistakes, learn how the business works in this market.
Yeah.
And then that's something that we are starting to emulate in other markets. So, to get a business started with all the supports that there are in a smallish market, it has its challenges in the food industry, but I think it's a great place to start. I mean, I even know a lot of people who've come to Ireland to start a business because of the great reputation it has.
Yeah, fabulous. So you know about the 100 million campaign, our female founder funding campaign.
Absolutely.
So Tech Ireland tracked 79.4 million in funding for female founders last year in 2017, which sounds good, but it was 79 out of 580 that we tracked for companies across the board, and our aim is to do 100 million this year. Will you be taking a couple of numbers off that 100 million
I
for
will,
us?
absolutely. So a lot of our work last year was getting our business plan ready, courting investors. So this year we're bringing, Dr. Coys coming on board as a shareholder, and we have a couple of investors in the pipeline. So we're hoping to get that all nailed down this year. So I'll confirm the numbers when it's all finalised, but I'll be definitely helping you achieve that 1 million, 100 million aim. Yeah.
Excellent. Alison, thank you so much. Good luck with everything, and we look forward to keeping watching and eating Dr. Coys.
Thank you, Niamh. Thank you so much.
Thank you.